Hi, good morning, dear students. So, in the standard 9th, we learned about statistics. Okay. So, what is meant by statistics? What you will know about statistics? So, we know only thing that in statistics we have to find out mean, median, and mode. So, what is that meant by mean, median, and mode? So before going to that, first we will learn about what is meant by statistics. So statistics means it is collection of data. It is collection of data which are arranged in a particular manner to give some information. Okay, so statistics means it is a collection of data or collection of information which gives a particular information about that data. Okay, next, when we come to mean, median, and mode, there is one term that is called as central tendency. What is meant by central tendency? Central tendency means, if for example, if you consider on 10 data or 10 information, and tendency of that information or tendency of that data to cluster around the central part. Cluster means they form a group or they are near or they are having the tendency to come to the central value. That is called as central tendency. In central tendency, we have three terms, three categories. One is mean, and the second one is median, and the third one is mode. Mean, median, and mode. Okay, now in this chapter, we'll learn how to find out the mean of the data, how to find out the median, how to find out the mode of the data. First, I'll consider the second exercise. Open part 2, statistics. Second exercise. In that, we have to find out the mean or median of the data. First, I will consider one class interval. Class interval. Then here I will consider frequency. So I will consider the class interval as 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. And I will take the frequencies as 5, 2, 7, 3. So in this example, I will show how to find out the width of the class interval and how to find out the lower real limit. Okay. So if you consider one class interval, so this is the lower limit. Okay. So 0, here lower limits are 0, then 5, 10 and 15. 0, 5, 10 and 15, lower limit. And next I will consider the upper limit. Upper limit means the values which are present on the right hand side of the class interval. Okay, that is upper limit. So they are 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15 and 20. So here these are the lower limit, these are the upper limit. And next we want to find out the width of the data. I will take only two class intervals. I have to find out the width of the second class. Width or that is also represented with the help of I or H. Okay, small letter I or small letter H. So that is equals to upper limit minus lower limit. Width means it is a remainder of upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit, it gives the width of the class interval. Now take this example, 5 to 10. So just calculate what is the width of the class interval. What is the width of the class interval? So the width of the class interval is, upper limit is here 10. Okay, the values which are right hand side of the class interval are considered as the upper limit, and values which are on the left hand side of the class interval, they are considered as the lower limit. So 10 minus 5. So therefore width of the class interval is 5. Okay, similarly for 5 minus 0, that gives again 5. Okay, when we consider the class interval, they are continuous. Okay, continuous means 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15 to 20, like that. Okay, their width remains same. And sometimes we will have discontinuous class interval. For example, I will take one class interval as class interval 0 to 5, then 6 to 10, 10 to 15, 16 to 20. So in the previous class interval we have 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, like this. So upper limit of first class interval, that is same as lower limit of second class interval. Similarly, upper limit of second class interval, that is same as lower limit of third class interval. That's why they are called, the class intervals are called as continuous. But here they are not continuous. 5, then 6. See here, 5, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15. But here 5, 6, 10, 11, 15, 16. Now to convert this discontinuous class interval into continuous, we have to add 0.5 to the upper limit and we have to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit. Okay, we have to add 0.5 to the upper limit and we have to subtract 0.5 to the lower limit. So that is a simple thing. So here I will consider the new class interval. So I have to subtract, it becomes 0.5. Here for the upper limit I have to add, what it becomes? 5.5. So first I will take the lower limits and I will subtract 0.5 from that. So 6 means 5.5, 11 means 10.5, 16 means 15.5. Then I will consider the upper limit and I will add 0.5 to that. So 10 means 10.5, then 15 means 15.5, 20 means 20.5. See here, 5, 10.5 and 10.5, 15.5 into 15.5. So now the discrete class interval is converted into now continuous class interval. Okay, this is the method to convert discrete into continuous class interval. Now I will directly solve the problem of second exercise. Okay, and then we have to find out median of the data. So this is very important. So it comes for 3 marks and sometimes it comes for 4 marks. So the question is, the following table show the ages of the patients admitted in a hospital during a year. The ages are given and the number of patients are given. Find the mean and median and mode of the data. So I will consider only mode. Okay, I will consider mode. So the question is, first one class, that is in terms of age. So they are 5 to 15, then 15 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45, then 45 to 55, 55 to 65. Next, they give the number of patients, so I'll consider small and f, that is frequency, and they are 6, 11, 21, 23, 14 and 5. So we just look at the given data. Now the formula to find out mode is mode equals to, or I will write here, mode, that is equals to L plus small letter L plus F1 minus F0, okay, F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay, mode equals to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So this is the formula. Now here we have different terms. So one is mode, that is equals to L. L means lower limit. So there are many lower limits are present. We have to find out which is the requirement here. And then F1, F0 and F2 are present. So they are the frequencies of the table, and H means here width of the data. So first one we have to choose which is the F1 value, that is the highest frequency in the tabulation. Okay, which is the highest one here? That is 23 is the highest value. That one we have to consider as the frequency. That is F1 equals to 23. Now just find out what are the values of F0 and F2. Do you have any idea? So here 1 I consider. So previous value is 0, next value is 2. So for the previous one we are calling that as preceding value, and for the next value we are calling that as succeeding value. So I consider F1. So what is the meaning of F1 here? So F1 means, so I will write that in words, that is modal frequency. Modal frequency, that is F1, that is equals to, which is the highest value in the tabulation, in the frequency tabulation we have to see, that is 23 here. So therefore I will consider 23 as F. Next, F0 means the value which is previous to modal class interval. So in wordings we have to write, that is frequency of the class interval preceding to the modal class interval. Okay, frequency preceding to modal frequency, that is F0, that is equals to how much? Previous one, that is 21. This F1, this is F0. Now F2 means the frequency succeeding to the modal frequency, that is after the modal frequency. Frequency succeeding to the modal frequency, that is F2, and F2 value is 40. We just look at the values of f1, f2 and f0. The next one, we have to find out the value of L, that is lower real limit, lower real limit. Okay, to find out the lower real limit, we have to find out first we have to try to move which is the modal class interval. So here 23 is f1. So here which class interval contains the f1, that is the modal class interval. So here 35 to 45 consists of frequency as 23. So therefore 35 to 45 is modal class interval. We are right. Next point, modal class interval, that is 35 to 45. That is 35 to 45. Now in this modal class interval, we have to consider the lower limit. Okay, in that modal class interval, we have to consider the lower limit. So that is lower limit, lower real limit, that is small l, that is equals to how much? That is 35. 35 is the lowest value. The next thing, we have to find out the width, that is h. Width means it is higher limit minus lower limit. Higher limit minus lower limit means we have to consider the modal class interval, and in that we have to subtract the lower class interval from the higher class interval. So upper limit minus lower, that is h. Upper limit is 45 minus 35, reduce, the answer is 10. So now here we have the values. So now based on these values, now we will calculate the mode of the data. So I will run the class interval tabulation. Our formula is mode equals to L plus F1. So I will write once again here. Mode equals to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2, and we have to close the bracket, and after that we have to write H. F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay, this is the formula to find out mode of the data. Now we will substitute the values. Mode equals L value is how much? L value, that is 35, plus F1 value 23 minus F0 value 21 divided by 2 into F1 value 23 and F0 value 21 minus F2 value. F2 value is 14 into H value. H value is 10. So this is the substitution. Now after the substitution, we have to simplify. How to simplify this? So first we have to solve the terms which are present inside the bracket. Okay, we have to solve the terms which are present inside the bracket. So in bracket also, first we have to do multiplication. And next subtraction is that we have to do the subtraction after the multiplication, because we have to follow BODMAS method. In that first we have to do the division, and then we have to multiplication do, then after that we have to addition, then subtraction. But before that we have to see the terms which are present inside the bracket or not. If they are present in the bracket, then we have to solve that first. Okay, so I will keep that 35 as it is, plus 23 minus 21, it gives 2 as the answer, divided 23 2s are how much? 46 minus, both are having same sign, that's why we have to add the terms. Okay, and along with the same sign is minus 21 plus 14, 31, 35 into value of h is 10. That is mode. Therefore, mode equals to 35, and we have to keep this L value separately. After all the calculation, we have to touch it. 2 divided by 46 minus 35, it gives 11 into 10. If there are terms which are cancelable, then we can cancel that. But don't cancel the numerator and numerator value, or denominator and denominator. Okay? We can cancel the terms which are present in numerator and denominator. So therefore, mode value becomes 35 plus 2 tens are 20 divided by 11. Now the values are 35 plus 20 divided by 11. Here we have to take the LCM. So 35, in the denominator there is no term present, means the present term is 1. So the LCM of 1 and 11 is 11. So therefore it becomes mode equals to 35 into 11. So I will do the calculation here. 35 into 11. 1 5 is 5, 1 3 is 3. 1 5 is 5, 1 3 is 3. Answer is 583. So 385 plus 20 divided by 11. Plus 20 divided by 11. Okay. So it gives the answer as 385, 95, 100. 405. 405 divided by 11. It gives the answer as 36.8. 36.81 as the answer. Okay, therefore, mode of the class interval is 36.81. Just look at the steps. Okay, finding the F1 value and modal class interval, that is very, very important. Okay, now I'll drop this. We'll go for the next problem. In the second problem, data gives the information on the observed lifetime in hours of 225 electrical components. Okay, totally 225 electrical components were considered, and based on that, durability, that lifetime is given. Now we have to find out mode of the data. Okay, we have to do the same step. First we have to write the calculation, and after that we have to find out which is the highest value in that frequency, and we have to consider that as the modal frequency. And previous to that, we have to consider the frequency which is preceding to the modal frequency, and next value of the frequency we have to consider as the frequency of the succeeding to the modal frequency, and which value is highest or which value we consider as F1, and that class interval we have to consider as modal class interval. And in that, to find out width, we have to use the formula upper limit minus lower limit, and to find out the L value, that is the lower limit of the modal class interval. Okay, then we have to use the formula and we have to substitute. And in the second problem, the lifetime is given. Lifetime. So in hours, and that is 0 to 20. 20 to 40, 40 to 60, then 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 1. Next, frequencies are given. So that is frequency, and frequencies are 10, 35, then 52, 61, 38, and 29. See, the values are in front of you. The values are in front of you. In that, find out the value of f1. Which is f1 in that? So for this problem, I will write the terms in short form. Directly, I will use the symbols. Okay. First one, we have to find out the frequency of the modal class interval. Frequency of the modal class interval. In that frequency, we have to find out which is the highest one. So 10, 35, 52, 61, 38 and 29 are the frequencies. In that highest one is 61. So therefore, I will consider the value of f1 as 16. So f1 means your frequency of the modal class interval. Next, I have to find out the value of f0. That is the frequency preceding to the modal class interval. While solving the problems, you have to write the wordings. After that, you have to use symbol. Okay, that is f0, frequency of the frequency preceding to the modal class interval. That is f0, and f0 value previously is 52. Next, I have to find out f2 value. f2 means frequency succeeding to the modal class. That means the frequency which is present after the modal class frequency, and that is here f2. That is 30. Now modal class interval. Modal class interval. That is this one. A class interval which contains the maximum frequency. That class interval we have to consider as the modal frequency, modal class interval. So therefore your modal class interval is 60 to 80. Next one, we have to find out L value. L value means lower limit of the modal class interval, that is upper limit minus lower limit. 80 minus 60, it gives 20. This is the lower limit, that means lower limit of class interval, that is 60. L value. And now we have to find out H value. H value means upper limit minus lower limit, the width of the modal class interval. Okay. You have to subtract the lower limit of the modal class interval from the upper limit of the modal class interval. 80 minus 60 gives 20 as the answer. Now after this, we will use the formula, that is mod equals to L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into H. Just look at the formula. So now I will substitute the values in this mod value. That is L value is 60 plus f1 value is 61 minus f0 value 52 divided by 2 into f1 value 61 minus f0 value is 52 minus f2 value. F2 value is 38 into H value. H value is 20. So that is mod equals to 60. I will keep this 60 as it is. First I will solve the terms which are present inside the bracket. 61 minus 52. It gives 9 as the answer. Divided by 61 twos are 122 minus. Both are having same sign. That's why we have to add 52 and 38. 52, 62, 72, 82, 82 into 20. Don't cancel this 0 and 0. or don't cancel this 9. Then mode equals to 60 plus 9. 90 minus 122. It gives 32 as the answer into 20. Now if you want, you can cancel. 2 tens are 20, 2 ones are 2, it, remaining is 1, it becomes 12, 2 6 are 12. Then 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16. Therefore mode becomes 60 plus 9 5s are 45 divided by 8. And you can consider the LCM, that is 8 here, or you can directly divide this and you can write the answer. Okay, so 60 plus, if we directly divide this, 45 divided by 8, it gives 5.625, and therefore mode value becomes 60 plus 5, 65.625. So this is the value of mode, 65.625. Or you can consider the LCM and you can find out the answer. Just look at the steps. Very simple one. First step, you have to find out the maximum value in that, and you have to consider that as the modal frequency. Then I will consider the last problem, that is sixth one. Solve this problem along with me. I think you understood the procedure, how to find out F1, F2, F0, L and H value. Just solve the problem along with me. That is sixth one. A student noted the number of cars passing through a spot on a road for 100 periods each of 3 minutes, and summarize it in the table given below. Find the mode of the data. So number of cars and frequencies are given. Okay, I will write number of cars. Number of cars. So 0 to 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, then 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and 70 to 80. So these are the class intervals. Now we have frequencies are given. Frequencies are 7, 14, 13, 12, 20, 11, 15, and then 8. So these are the number of cars, that is class interval, and the frequencies are. So now in this again we have to find out which is the maximum value. So which is the maximum value? Just find out which is the value of F1, F2 and F0. So this maximum value 7, 14, 13, 12, 20, 11, 15, 8. Maximum value is 20. Okay, I will consider that as F1. F1 equals to 20. That is frequency of the modal class. Next we have to find out F0. F0 means frequency preceding to the modal class. That is F0. So F0 value is 12. Next we have to find out F2 value. F2 means frequency succeeding to the modal frequency. Frequency succeeding to the modal frequency. That means the frequency which is present after the modal frequency, that is f2. Therefore f2 value is 11 here. Now we have to find out the modal class interval. So the frequency which contains the modal frequency or the class interval which contains maximum frequency, that class interval we are calling as the modal class interval. Okay, modal class interval, that is 40 to 50. 40 to 50. Now we have to find out what is the value of L and H. I will write here itself. Okay, value of L means lower limit of modal class. Modal class interval is 40 to 45. In that lower value is 40, so therefore L value is 40. And next we have to find out H value. H value means the width of the modal class interval. That is higher limit minus lower limit. 50 minus 40. Because here 50 is the upper limit and 40 is the lower limit. The upper limit minus lower limit, that is 50 minus 40, it equals 10 as the answer. Now we have all the values. Now we will write the formula and we will substitute. Okay, just look at the values. So I will write the formula, that is mod equals to L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, mod equals to L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. Now we have the values of the tabulation. Now we will substitute. Mod equals to L value is how much? 40 plus f1 value. F1 value is 20. F0 value is 12 divided 2 into f1 value is 20, f0 value is 12 minus f2 value. F2 value is next one, that is 11 into h value. 50 minus 40, that is 10 into 10. So now we will simplify this. Mod equals to 40 plus. Now do this calculation fast. Twenty minus 12, it gives 8 divided by 2 into 20, it gives 40 minus. Both are having same, that's why we will add 12 plus 11. 12, 22, 23 into 10. Then mod equals to 40 plus 8. 40 minus 23, 23, 33, 40, 17 into 10. Therefore, mod value 40 plus 8 into 10, 80 divided by 70. Now just simplify this and find out the answer first. So what we have to do, we have to consider the highest frequency of the tabulation, that is f1 here, that is 20, and the frequency which is preceding to the modal frequency we have to consider as f0, and frequency which is succeeding to the modal frequency we have to consider as f2. Then the class interval which contains maximum frequency, that one we have to consider as the modal class interval, and in that lower limit of that modal class interval we have to consider as L, and width of the interval means upper limit of the modal class interval minus lower limit of the modal class interval, that gives the width of the model class interval. Then the formula is mode equals to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Then after substituting, it use mode equals to 40. 80 by 70, it gives 4.7. So therefore, mode value is 44.7. So this is the value of mode. Okay, compare that with your answer. Okay, very simple one. Okay, so find out, use the same method and find out the value of F1, F2, F0 and L, H and solve all the problems. Okay, thank you dear students. I'll continue the next class.